And here we go. Same colors as before, we got Franks and Mongols. Over in this top side, we have Jon Snow playing as the Franks. And on this bottom side, we have Lojza playing as the Mongols. So Franks, great knights, and they have that crazy castle push. We've seen some of these games. Good gunpowder as well, which we saw was an asset last game. And Mongols, faster uptime. Pretty decent hussars. Late game, of course, not getting the last armor, which is why I don't say excellent, but pretty good. And of course, elite Mangudai going in last. Elite Mangudai going into the late game. I think a strong Paladin Civ in this situation, though, could be pretty decent against elite Mangudai at least. And as you can see, the players chatting, saying the Franks are pretty strong in this situation. Which is hardly something you, unfortunately, something you hardly hear in most AOC matches. Usually the Franks kick to the bottom of the barrel. It's nice to see these non-mirror matches and see some of these situations where some of these lesser-known civs, lesser-played civs, actually have a chance to excel. So let's take a look at the maps. Lojza, forward gold. It doesn't look that vulnerable, though. Another forward gold over here. Has a gold in the back, and a lot of room to boom here. So pretty decent map from him. Could be vulnerable if a castle comes down over here. But we'll have to wait and see. Jon Snow, forward stone, forward gold. Main gold is in the back, though, very safe for him. And has an okay amount of room to boom. Has his gold in the back and a stone in the back here. So two golds in his base. Two golds in Lojza's base, but they're forward. The map advantage I give to Jon Snow for having gold, a back gold here. What month will Masters Arena 4 be? I have to check the forums, actually. I'm guessing it will be either in October or November. Probably more so leaning towards November. I think Swiss Boy has started the process early here, which is why you hear people still debating on the settings for Masters Arena 4, which you can chime in on AOC Zone. Talking about relic positioning, two very close to Lojza. These two very close to Lojza as well. Very unfair relic positioning, and one close to Jon Snow. So these guys can argue if Jon Snow has the better civ here, but without a doubt, Lojza has the better relic position. Let's speed up the game a little bit. We'll see what interesting builds we can see from these guys. Hopefully we'll see that castle drop from the Franks. I'm always looking for these fringe strategies when I watch these games. Oh my god! So close to killing that sheep there. Would have been a big mistake. He's laughing about it. No, he's laughing about, I'm so rusty I would even lose to Eddie. I think Eddie hasn't been playing that much on Arena lately. Arena, of course. Eddie, of course, the Arena legend. No shame in losing to Legend. And Lojza gonna lure in some deer here. Very nice for the Mongols. You gotta do it as Mongols. It's not even an option. You have to lure deer every time as Mongols. And Jon Snow could potentially lure in these deer. He's got 4 deer here. I think Lojza only had 3. And we all know Lojza's gonna go up first as Mongols, but let's see how much faster he goes up. Okay, get back to work. There you go. Two on gold for Jon Snow. We're not going to see the stone mining camp like we saw one of these games with Franks to go into a 4-town center boom. So we'll see something more traditional here. And no mining camp on stone either, so we're not going to see a forward castle, which could be risky against Mongols. Mongols have a faster uptime, of course. And both players actually both players going up on the same time. Theoretically, the Mongols should be up first, but not this case. A little bit of a bad start by Lojza, I suppose. Jon Snow, 250 wood food. A lot more food for Lojza. I think he could have gone up a lot sooner, actually. Maybe 1 or 2 villages earlier. But he's gonna have a ton of food in the bank. Can make his lumber camp upgrade right away. I hope to see that from him. No, he's not gonna do it. I'm gonna make horse collar first, actually. Frank's, of course, not needing to make horse collar. They get it free. And Lojza is going to be the first to click up to the next age. And Jon Snow is going to be a little bit behind here. Same villager number. There's no way that Jon Snow wins this scout battle. Is he going to win it? No, he's going to lose the scout here. Same weird build, taking some extra stone here just to finish off that wall to try to win the scout battle. And these villagers don't have looms, so they could be pretty vulnerable here. Lojza is going to get all the scouting information he needs. He can see 2 villagers on gold here. He knows what that means. Even if I necessarily don't. And a monastery coming up from Lojza and a town center, I assume. Town center in the back. Jon Snow up to the next stage. He's got a ton of wood in the bank. Town center on the stone here. And a monastery as well. Even has enough wood for a second town center, third town center if he wants. But of course you gotta afford the farms also to support the town centers. Third town center now from Lojza. And Lojza's gonna have a field day with these relics here. Okay. And Lojza able to get a lot of valuable scouting information from this guy. You see his fog of war right now. Mongol scout as well too. Sees exactly where the town centers are gonna be. Sees the monastery going up. And even has the potential here to go for a relic kill. We saw from last game, most valuable pony, four monk kills from Jon Snow with a scout that got inside. You contrast the scouting of Jon Snow to Lojza. Jon Snow, of course, losing his scout here. It's a pretty not stellar micro. Let's put it that way. This guy's gonna try to get the conversion. If the scout moves the monk into the town center. And Jon Snow knows scouting on Lojza. Lojza could be going for a forward castle, a forward siege workshop, for 4 town centers. Lojza doesn't know. Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, Jon Snow doesn't know. But that can all change now because he's got the scout now. So Lojza should have deleted that one. Lojza going for his second relic here. Villager difference, big difference right now. Lojza at 38 villagers, Jon Snow at 33. Much cleaner build from Lojza, I believe. And that could be potentially due to the Civ choice as well, of course. Jon Snow has a consolation prize. He gets 1 relic. He's going to go out to try to take the second one over here. And he does have this, the scout though. Oh! Gonna get a monk here. That's a very nice pickup. Somehow got through the gate. I don't know how. Very, very sneaky. And Jon Snow's gonna do the same thing now. He can see what's going on now. And no loom on these guys also. He can potentially get a villager kill here. Could even get a second one here, I think. Gonna be really close. And gets the second villager kill here. Great pickup from him. Oh my god, he's even gonna get another one. Jon Snow, great micro with the scout. This one's gonna get 4 as well. This bug's gonna run for his life. He's gonna drop the relic outside the wall here. Villager's gonna move in for the kill. Gets his scout back. That was a very quick conversion. Keep in mind, the scouts are supposed to have conversion resistance, and that was incredibly fast. TeRRoR, a village difference, only 5 difference at this point. 7 difference, actually. Good thing for Jon Snow, he does have a heavy plow on all these farms. Something you won't see on the statistics there. And 4th town center from Lojza. It's going to need a lot of resources to afford elite Mangadai upgrades. One of the things that could be a valuable asset to Lojza, though, is perhaps heavy camel going against the Frankish cavalry. Siege Workshop coming forward from Jon Snow. We saw this last game. And Siege Workshop from Lojza, so we can see a siege war here. Scout's gonna move in. Let's see if Jon Snow gets a quick conversion on this guy. And no, this one's gonna take a little longer. Speed it up a little bit here. Still 5 villagers in the lead for Lojza. He's gonna continue to pull away here. And not surprisingly, we're gonna see a castle from Jon Snow. Again, Frank's cheaper castles. Monk is gonna try to get a conversion here. Oh my god, could even... Oh, I thought that was the castle there. And this is gonna be a huge loss. No, Monk's gonna try to get this conversion. Nice stand ground attack here. Scout's gonna move in under the mangonel, and Siege Workshop over in the front position. Got 2 Siege Workshops here. That's a lot of aggression coming in. Outpost coming in. Very risky to place a castle right here. What if a mangonel comes out, pops out, and just destroys the castle right away? And this mangonel's gonna get destroyed instantly. Let's see where the castle comes down. Right here would be a decent spot. And the mangonel's just gonna guard right here. Actually, big pain for Jon Snow. Can't place his castle right here at the moment. Gonna bring this mangonel to try to deal with this mangonel. Lojza can click him to the next age at this point. But Lojza doesn't have a stone in the back, so won't be able to get out a castle and some trebs. And gonna lose another mangonel here. Imperial Age from Lojza, but what is he gonna do with it without a castle? Maybe he'll have to buy a castle here. And here's the castle from Jon Snow. Jon Snow's resources? Was that it? And there's the Imperial Age from Jon Snow. So Jon Snow looking at a strong position. This tower's a little delayed. Gotta bring the monk and the mangonel up. Monk's actually blocking the mangonel. And this monk's gonna help out here, actually. And this tower could have been a lot more effective here if the tower went up just a split second earlier. Castle is up, and both players will be in the Imperial Age pretty soon. And Lojza, no stone right now. Spent all of his stone onto this tower. So what is he going to do with this Imperial Age? Maybe cap ram? Jon Snow going to build his first barracks. Maybe we see a stable out of him. And he's playing SimCity in the back over here. He's going to build all these houses against the edge of the map. Tower versus castle. We kind of know how that's gonna end. And not surprisingly, we're going to see Rams come out. This siege workshop still could be of some use over here. And he's going to go into Arbalest and a capped ram combination here. Mongols, I think they lack the last armor upgrade for the archers. Is the only thing they miss. Huge score lead from Lojza right now. He's got about 20 more villagers here. And these knights going to be super effective once they get the +4 armor and cavalier upgrade. This small amount of knights not going to do it though. Arbalest absolutely shred just castle age knights. And you're going to want to conserve those until cavalier comes in. Captains, they could be coming in at just the right time here. And Jon Snow's gonna have to delete this castle here. Mangano right here could be super effective at defending a castle. And a lot of idols for Jon Snow right now. He's behind in villager number. Last thing he needs is some idols as well. And perfect Arbalest positioning here. That's incredible. And Capram's gonna get right up in there. I think maybe plate barding armor might have been a little more important than Cavalier here. Look at this Arbalest position. There's no way you're able to clean those up. You'd have to delete your own castle to get that in. Heavy Camel coming in from Lojza. He's anticipating a huge, massive Cavalier coming in eventually. And if only these Cavalier had plate barding armor, they'd be significantly better against the Arbalest here. It's all about the upgrades. Mangano coming in could switch the tide of this battle, actually. Just need to see one huge shot here. A lot of these guys, even pretty low as it is, gonna see a huge shot here. Here's the big shot. Lojza's paying attention, though. He's gonna micro this. Shooting at the Treb, unfortunately. He's hit the wrong unit. And was able to flush the Arbalest out, though. Castle is on pretty low health. Got a few villagers repairing it here. And without plate barding armor, I don't think these Cavalier are strong enough here. And Jon Snow, he's definitely got the resources for it. Use the market, man. And you could afford that upgrade. It's such an important upgrade. Arbalest would go from, they're doing 10 attack right now, 2 armor, doing 8 damage. Plate barding, I think they'd be doing 6 damage. No, 4. They'd be doing, they're doing 6 damage as it is right now. With plate barding, it would be 4 damage. So about a third less damage input. And I think right now Jon Snow needs to go back and he needs to regroup at this point. Needs to make sure his economy is taken care of. Needs to start massing Cavalier. Maybe have a game plan against the camels here. Jon Snow is going to be starting to run out of this gold here. He's got this gold in the back, though. Has a stone in the back as well. So maybe he needs to buy some time from him. Mongols don't have their strongest unit composition out. They just have Arbalest and Heavy Camel. Not seeing any Mangano yet. And please, man, get plate barding armor. A lot of food for Jon Snow, not a lot of gold right now. camels trying to... The camels thinking that they're knights. And it's gonna take them ages to take down this castle here. Would love to see murder holes, that would be hilarious. And forging! Forging! Why forging? Insistent on building all of his houses against the back of the edge of the map. That's pretty funny. And finally, plate burning armor coming in from Jon Snow. That's gonna be they're gonna be so much more effective against the Arbalest here. Parthian Tact is coming down from Lojza. I'm not sure what that's for at this point. It is a pretty cheap upgrade, though. And we need to see a game plan against these camels, though. First castle coming from Lojza. And second castle from Lojza. Once Elite Mangudai production gets started, the Mongols going to be a lot stronger here. Economy basically even at this point. Paladin. Paladin's going to be his answer to heavy camels here. And bear in mind, these are Frankish Paladins, so they are quite a bit beefier. 12 extra hit points. For a Halb, it makes a huge difference. It's an extra attack. I'm not sure how much of a difference it makes against camels. I would assume it's an extra attack. But I'm thinking that maybe Frankish Paladins could overpower even heavy camel here. Which don't get the last armor for the Mongols. Right now, game plan for the Frankish player right now, probably just overpower him with, doesn't have to be cost efficient as long as you have control of the golds, but needs to overpower his Mongols player here and start taking down the castles before a huge death ball of Mangudai gets started. No Elite Mangudai done yet. And Lojza has the map control, taking the extra resources here. Cavalier's gonna be able to scout around though. Gonna wait for Paladin here. Gonna get +2 on him. And that's when he's gonna that's when he's gonna move out. Yeah, it should be a no-brainer though, but a one-on-one I think a Paladin will easily win against a heavy camel. But this combo is much stronger. You have Elite Mangudai in the back, and then you just have Heavy Camel just as the beef up front. And Paladin's done. I think now's the time. Lojza, he's going to take this fight. Two Rams going to get into the castle. I think the villagers need to get involved here. And he's going to move back now. Too many Paladins. Too strong. 192 health on them. And Jon Snow is going to retreat at this point. Looks like Lojza winning this fight. Mangudai pretty much untouched in the back here, though. And Lojza's definitely going to win this fight. And there's the GG right there. So Lojza was a step ahead in economy all this game. Was able to defend the early pressure from Jon Snow. Use that economy enable him to have a more diverse army here. You have Elite Mangudai and Heavy Camel. Frankish Paladin really strong, but it's just a single unit. Oftentimes you hear the Franks are a one-trick pony. And you can't add that many Halbs. Maybe you could add Halbs to this combination, but Elite Mangudai are so strong against Halbs as well. I think this was the better combination here. A good game. Lojza's going to take this game. And that's going to be it for the stream here. Yeah, What is it? OBT 2142? I miss Zero Empire's stream as well. Everyone does, of course. But there's some other guys. There's some other guys in the community as well. Can fill the role. Relic Gold. I always love to see the Relic Gold. 2,000 Relic Gold for Lojza. And Jon Snow at the very end there getting him more villagers, but I think Lojza was ahead in economy most of the game.